have done it! We have bought a new Tesla. As you know, we crashed both of our Teslas and we haven't had a car for the last 4 months, and we've been debating, what car should we get? I believe that there's never been a better time than right now to own a Tesla. I'm serious. And a big reason is because of price. For example, these Model Ys right here are the old versions. They're still brand new, but you can lease these things for so cheap, and they're selling them with the incentives close to like $30,000. So I love the Model Y. I think it's a great car, but the new one's coming out. If you want to get the new one, great. But if you just want to get a brand new, older version, this is the best price ever. But I didn't get the Model Y. I'm really excited to unveil my first ever Tesla Cybertruck. That's right, we did it. I now officially own a Tesla Cybertruck. I never knew this day would happen. I'm actually crazy excited about it. And I'm telling you, there's never a better time to buy a Cybertruck than right now. I can't believe that this is it. That's it, that's my name. Congratulations, welcome to the Tesla family. And I got the tires that are like road tires right there, and they're super efficient. Look at that. It smells so good. Brand new truck. Oh yeah. If you've never been inside of a Cybertruck, I ask you nicely, just try it. Just find somebody with a Cybertruck or go to the Tesla store and drive in it. It is insane. I want an SUV, and this is basically an SUV for our family. We don't need a third row anymore. We have 2 girls at home and one of them drives. This is what I think is one of the best SUVs in the world. And why I say that is because of this, the driving. This is steer-by-wire. It feels incredible while you're driving around town or on the highway. The suspension on this is much better than even the Model X, than even the Model S, and definitely better than the 3 and the Y, even though the 3 and the Y have upgraded their suspension recently. First of all, let's get rid of this. Software it should be. Look at this. 13 miles range. This is a big moment. I wish Lincoln was here to enjoy this moment and to see this truck and to ride in it. We're leaving, I'm driving my Cybertruck. Goodbye, Tesla. Thank you for making really amazing vehicles. Pointless review camera. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is happening. I'm so happy. I have big plans for this and what I want to do to it, and some fun content that I've wanted to make with it. And it's really nice because the last 4 months, we've only had 1 car and it's been really annoying. So now we have 2 cars. It's so funny because the last time I drove a Cybertruck was on that freeway exit. There's a Maverick gas station right on the other side. And that's where I closed out the video when I did the 13-hour road trip in the original Tesla. And now I bought one right by that same spot. Kind of wild. I didn't buy this to go off-roading, but I will say it's kind of fun to be off-road with it. Can't do this in my Model S. Look at that. Look at those wheels. All 4 of them are turning. And I can do a full U-turn without having to go like this with the steering wheel. That's just cool. That is nice. And it's a must when you have such a long vehicle right here. Woo. Also, check this out. If I want to lower it, look at that. The air's coming out of the wheels or out of the suspension. And we're just dropping down to, I think, 8 inches of clearance underneath it. We're going from like 13 or 14 inches of clearance down to 8. That's pretty nice. How about this view? Cybertruck, it looks like it's on Mars right now with this. We have had this now for 800 miles. I've gone on long road trips down to Las Vegas, Nevada. I've used the FSD autopilot on this. I have driven off-road, as you can see here, and I've driven kids to school and gone and got groceries inside of this, and I definitely have some thoughts. 1 week into ownership, 800 miles. And the overall thought is, this is my favorite car that I've ever driven, or ever owned, for sure ever owned. And it's not because it's a truck. It's because it rides like the most comfortable SUV ever. This suspension is the best suspension that I've ever tested inside of a vehicle. Maybe the Hummer. The Hummer may be comparable to that. That suspension's really good, the Hummer EV. But I am completely blown away with this truck. First of all, when you see it, like right now on camera, I think it looks really, really cool, but there definitely are some angles of this truck that you look at it and you're like, wow, that thing looks weird. But once you're inside of it for about an hour, you forget everything about what it looks like. Maybe the oddness of the shapes or what people might think of you. Maybe they're laughing at you or joking about you. After an hour of driving it, you don't even pay attention to that anymore because it's just the most comfortable ride ever. Also, it was just beeping at me. It's got this feature where if you stand in front of it for like 5 seconds and you have your phone in your pocket, it notices you're there and then it just like opens the front trunk. Kind of nice. And now I have a seat inside of the front trunk, or you could put golf clubs inside of here. But this is a feature that wasn't there at launch, and now it's here because of the software updates. They can do really cool things to this, just like any other Tesla. It's just they have a lot more to work with in this. We need an expert's opinion.
I'm not an expert at all. And I will say, when I first came out and saw this, it made me laugh really hard. I'm not sure if it's like, because it's ridiculous looking or why I was laughing, but I was laughing.
You have ridden in this over 500 miles in the last week. What are your thoughts on this? I know you laughed originally because it looks so strange.
So we did a road trip to Vegas, and typically I cannot sleep in the car. I'm not comfortable in the car. And I, for the first time in I don't even know how many years, was able to sleep. I didn't even feel that we were going through a canyon. It's windy. It's not like a smooth ride at all typically. I had a Model X for 7 years and I loved it before it was wrecked. But after driving this one, I cannot believe what a smooth ride it is. And it's even better than the Model X for sure.
Inside of here is the most comfortable SUV that I've ever driven in the world, but I wish that they could just like create a version of this where they take this wheel well and maybe move it over a little bit and then cut it off right here. Just cut all this off and make it shorter. Just make it shorter. I am not a truck guy, and I would imagine a lot of people that buy this truck are not truck people. But because it's a truck and they needed to have a good amount of length inside of there for like plywood or boards or truck people things like things of hay. I don't know what people put inside of there. They had to make it very, very long. So fitting it inside of a parking spot or fitting it inside of your garage, it takes some getting used to because it's so long. The autopilot on this is unbelievable. I drove for an entire 90 minutes on the highway through a windy canyon, didn't touch the steering wheel once, didn't touch the brake pedals or the gas pedal. Now I've driven Teslas on autopilot FSD a ton, but I've never seen anything like this. And it is the latest version hardware and software update in this because it has the hardware. It's able to do everything that's the best of what Tesla can do right now. I only have the 30-day free trial of the autopilot in here because it's $8,000 to enable it for all the time. And as much as I'd love to spend the $8,000 on it, I just can't bring myself to doing it. I want to be able to have this truck and have it for the most economical price I can. So price, I got the craziest price. This car cost below $70,000 for me, like if I were to just purchase it outright. They have some crazy deals going on. If you remember a year ago, this truck right here, the Cyber Beast, the Foundation Launch Series, was like $120,000. Some people paid with taxes up to $130,000. Now, it did include a few things that this doesn't have. It had the tri-motor, where this one only has the dual motor, but this one is plenty fast with the dual motor. And this one was a 2024 model, and it hadn't sold, and it's in February right now. So they discounted it $4,100. Tesla was running a promotion for people to buy these that it brought the price down to right around $80,000. But then once you're at $80,000, there's a few other things you could get. A $7,500 lease credit if you lease the vehicle, which I've never leased a vehicle before, but this was the one time when I'm like, I think leasing makes sense. So $7,500, discounted it, bam. I was able to get around $5,700 off of this Cybertruck because of all of the referrals from you guys. From all of you that watch my videos. I have so many of you that send me emails, and whether you use my code or not, thank you for watching our videos. Like, I truly appreciate it. I'm super grateful to be able to have these cars, to have the support of all of you. If you are looking to get a car, I think I can get credit for 10 a year. If I'm getting this in the $60,000 range, that puts this maybe a few $1,000s more than the newly refreshed Tesla Model Y. And I like this better than the Model Y. Model Y is great. It's a cool car. The light bar looks cool, but this has a light bar too. And if I ever would want to do truck things, I could do truck things. So how crazy that this is a little bit more than a Model Y, the new Model Y, and a lot cheaper than the Model X. Price-wise is insane. I'll put a link down below to the inventory, because that is the place. There are a lot of inventory Cybertrucks right now. So my plan is to hold on to this. I can drive 15,000 miles per year. We've driven 800 miles in a week. So I'm gonna have to chill out a little bit on the road trips, but we have 15,000 miles a year, so 45,000 miles over the 3-year time period. And then my hope is that they have, one of the negatives of this, the battery is just, it goes up to about 320 miles range, but realistically, that's like 290, which isn't super great for a road trip vehicle. But then when you plug it into charge, this battery is like 120 or 130 kilowatts. And that's a really big battery. And it takes a long time to charge that. It doesn't go to the high rate like the Chevy Silverado and like the Rivian that goes up to like 350 and stays up there for a while. This battery technology, Tesla really could do a better job at improving it so that it charges at a higher rate, because you do have to sit there for a long time. I don't need the full truck bed. Throw some batteries in there, give me 500 miles range. I'd be happy with that. I would imagine that by the time this lease is up in 3 years, they're going to have that in the vehicles. And so instead of buying this car, I'll just be like, see ya, that was great. I basically paid for the depreciation if I own the vehicle. Now let me go and buy a truck that is this car, which is the greatest SUV/truck ever made, and it'll be even better in 3 years and hopefully have better range. I love this thing. I love the steering wheel. I love that I only turn it like that. It is alien technology. I just look forward to driving it. I love it. I look for excuses to drive the kids to school or to go to the grocery store. I don't like going to the grocery store, but hey, I got a Cybertruck. Let me go on a little drive, and maybe that will wear off. I have less than 1,000 miles in it, but for now, it just made driving fun again. So good job to Elon Musk. Good job to Team Tesla, all the engineers, for making a very cool vehicle. And I guess good job to all of the haters that decided to hate on Tesla and decide that they are evil, that less people were buying Teslas. And so Tesla gave some financial incentives because it got me to buy one of these at a discount, something that I've always wanted. And now it's even cheaper for me. Get ready for some videos. We need to wrap this thing. We need to tint the windows. I maybe want to add some things on it like a light bar or some new wheels and rims. And then we just need to go on some cool off-road and on-road adventures with this. I'm gonna have some fun over the next few years. So Cybertruck content is coming your way. Greatest vehicle I've ever owned. All right, I'm gonna leave Mars now. Ah. Look how cool this is. I'm off-road and it's silent.